Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am delighted to be joined by champ Yousuf Ibrahim. How are you doing, Yousuf?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very, very good. It's really nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again. Third time now.
Yeah, third time. You know, 3 is my lucky number, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. So this is going to be your third professional bout. You went out for the first time at the last Black Box, no, not the last one, the one before that. Yeah. And then you had your second bout on a Matchroom show, and this is going to be your third bout. How are you feeling about it?
Now I'm ready, I'm feeling better. You know, the first one was a bit nervous because my first debut, but this one, I'm loving it. I'm excited about this fight tomorrow.
How is it kind of being under the lights? You know, obviously, I'm sure it takes a little bit of adjusting coming from like the amateur circuit to being on professional C where you've got the lights, all the camera, all the action. How do you feel? Have you embraced that?
Do you know what? I like being center of attention, so I'm loving the cameras and everything, so yeah, it's nice.
I love the honesty, it's beautiful. I'm really wanting to talk to you a little bit about your experience on the Matchroom show. Obviously, that was on the Chisora Pulev undercard, and that kind of took place because of your management, being managed by Chisora. Obviously, it's a huge, huge stage. How did it feel?
No, it was something. It's like since a little kid you dream of stuff like this, and it's like in your second fight, not many pro boxers actually get to experience this, and I experienced it, so I'm like lucky to experience that. But it's crazy because I didn't expect the conference, the weigh-in, or like obviously the weigh-in, the conference, the public workout, and all that. I did not expect all of that, but that was all new to me. But I loved all of it. The whole week, probably the best week of my life.
Really?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
In terms of, you know, the press conference, how did you find it kind of being on that, you know, platform with Eddie, doing Eddie Hearn and stuff like that?
You know what? So when Eddie asked me the question, I didn't really hear what he said. So when he spoke, when I was supposed to speak, I should have coughed a bit probably, but my voice came out a bit like squeaky kind of thing. But I don't look back at that because I get cringed out. It's embarrassing.
Honestly, don't worry about it. That's one of the reasons I never watch my interviews, because I feel like everyone cringes at themselves. You know, Eddie Hearn is one of these characters, like you either love him or hate him. How do you feel about him?
No, I didn't really have much interaction with him other than after my fight he came up to me congratulating me and saying I had a really good performance and everything, but that was mainly the most interaction I got with him.
What are the chances that we'll see you again on a Matchroom show?
Maybe end of the year, we'll see. Just waiting on Derek, he said end of year probably, yeah.
Keeping your cards close to your chest, I like it. But I also really like how you're staying active in the meantime, because a lot of boxers I think would wait out, you know, to get their chance on the next big platform. But obviously you're happy to be here in a grassroots sort of boxing platform that's coming up. Why is that?
At the start I just want to get as much experience as possible, build my record, get the rounds in, and then we'll go for the big boys after that.
I'd love to pick your brain a little bit about some of the boxing that we've seen in recent weeks. Obviously, we saw Anthony Joshua in his rematch against Usyk. He took a defeat, his second defeat to Usyk, and Usyk retained all of the world titles. Obviously, you know, you are in and around the heavyweight scene because of your manager. What did you make of Anthony Joshua's performance?
Do you know what? I kind of called it because I thought, after seeing the first performance, I thought Joshua can't really do much to change other than get the knockout and go for it. And if he goes through the rounds, if he doesn't knock him out in the first 4, I think Usyk would have taken it anyway. But yeah, it's just boxing, isn't it? You win some, lose some, but I'm never going to lose.
You win some, you lose some, unless you're Yousuf Ibrahim, who's never going to lose some. What did you make of Anthony Joshua's reaction? Because I feel like a lot of people straight after critiqued him, and now that some time has gone past and the dust has settled, people understand it a little bit more. But I'd be interested to know your thoughts.
Do you know what it is? If you're not a boxer, you wouldn't understand. As a boxer, there's so much pressure, like the nerves, everything you go through leading up to a fight. It's just so much. So once you don't get the decision, it's just heartbreaking. And to be fair, you can't handle your emotions. So I don't blame him. I understand why he went through that. But maybe should have went out, came back to the cameras after. But yeah.
So obviously on the same fight card that night we saw Hrgović v Zhang, and there's chances of Zhang facing Chisora down the line. How do you see that fight playing out?
Chisora lays him out, man. Easy. Easy laying him out. But you know what? I wish that happens because I want to fly to China as well.
But the thing is, Zhang is so good in terms of his defense, you know, and Chisora kind of swings quite wildly. So do you not feel like actually he could get drawn into a fight he doesn't want to get drawn into?
Shall I be honest with you? I haven't watched much of Zhang, but I'm telling you, Chisora's got that power. He's going to lay him out. Not being biased.
I love it. Last question is, obviously we've got Canelo facing Triple G for the trilogy fight. What do you make of that fight?
So you know what? I thought Canelo won the first fight, you know, the one where they drew. I thought he won the first fight. So I thought, second to confirm it, and he won the second one. Canelo just beating him so clearly. I don't think there should be a third fight. But the third, I don't know, Golovkin might just pull something through this fight.
And obviously we've not seen how Canelo is going to respond to his first defeat, do you know what I mean? So that might have an impact as well.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't react like Joshua.
Yousuf, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so looking forward to seeing you perform tomorrow night. Thank you for your time.
Thank you too. Have a good